that we penetrate the cabinets. So
His organization had penetrated more than half of Canada's cabinet.
Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland, not content with just her hefty salary, decides to dip her fingers into the taxpayer's cookie jar. But this isn't just any cookie jar. It's brimming with millions of your hard-earned dollars. How does she do it? By funneling government contracts straight into the pockets of her pals over at McKinsey Consulting. A company so cozy with the corridors of power they might as well have a VIP lounge in Parliament. But here's where it gets interesting. One of Freeland's closest buddies at McKinsey just happens to be Dominic Barton, a man with more connections than a switchboard operator. He's not just any consultant. He's a big shot at the World Economic Forum, WEF, the playground of the global elite, where the rich and powerful wine and dine while the rest of us struggle to make ends meet. Now picture this. Justin Trudeau, our charismatic Prime Minister, hobnobbing with the elite at Davos, schmoozing with the who's who of the globalist agenda. And who introduced him to this exclusive club? None other than Dominic Barton himself, the man with the golden Rolodex and a knack for getting cozy with those in power. In the midst of this web of political intrigue, it's worth noting another piece of the puzzle, Dominic Barton's appointment as the country's next ambassador to China. Barton, a former managing director of the global consulting firm McKinsey & Company, and an economic advisor to Finance Minister Bill Morneau, and the federal cabinet, is set to step into the role vacated earlier this year. This move further intertwines the connections between the Trudeau administration, the WEF and Barton, raising eyebrows and prompting questions about the extent of their influence. But wait, there's more. It turns out Freeland's cozy relationship with the WEF isn't just a casual acquaintance, it's a full-blown friendship. She's been rubbing elbows with the global elite for years, attending their lavish conferences and soaking up the limelight while us ordinary Canadians foot the bill. So, while Freeland and her cronies are living it up on our dime, we're left wondering, who's looking out for the little guy? Certainly not the politicians cozying up to the global elite and doling out contracts to their buddies like party favors. But fear not, my friends, for we are not powerless in the face of such blatant corruption. Subscribe to Canadian Political Clips, where we shine a light on the dark underbelly of Canadian politics and hold those in power accountable for their actions. Together, we'll demand transparency, integrity, and fairness in our government, because anything less is simply unacceptable. So join us in the fight for a better Canada, where the people come first and the politicians know better than to mess with us. See you next time. Peace out.
Economic Forum has quoted infiltrated governments around the world. He said that his organization had penetrated more than half of Canada's cabinet. I was wondering, in the interest of transparency, could the member please name which cabinet ministers are on board with the WEF's agenda? My concern is the deputy.
Order. I know that the member was in a really good question there, but the audio is really bad and the video is really bad as well. And I apologize. I don't know if the member. Okay, let's try again. The honourable member for Timmins James Bay.
Mr. Speaker, that member was promoting open disinformation. That's not debate. We have to call out disinformation.
We'll get into debate again. The honourable